Yes, people, what's going on? Mr. Has back in the building, and I'm next to the one, the only.
I'm an Unorthadox Fella. What is going on, people? Hello, hi. How are you doing? Are you having a lovely, a wonderful, a splendid day? I hope it's going well for you wherever you are in the world right about now. And we are also with...
Dash Lygo. That's
DASHLYGO. Come on, mate. So yeah, just to explain to all the viewers, if you didn't get it the first time, we are going live. So if you see us looking this way, the camera is there for the live. If you see us looking this way, this is where we're filming. Yeah. And on top of that, we've got
Dash looking this way.
It's Dash Lygo's vlog. But look, here's the situation. So we're going to talk about the UK rap versus US rap situation that has unfolded. So, do one of you guys want to go into a bit of detail about how this all begun?
Well, I'll first of all say, if you haven't been, you should be keeping up with the fact that we have been covering as much, if not all of this as possible. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
So, I'll be real, me personally, I didn't look into why this all started at first. You've been speaking to us off camera about it.
Yeah, so I believe
I think you're in better position to do it.
May have started between one of these two events. So the first being Drake on stage,
which I know about, yeah.
bringing out UK artists saying that they've got better rap.
London rap is the best.
Yeah,
is what
London
he's saying,
rap
basically.
is the best. And then you've also got stories on Instagram from Joyner Lucas putting up a thing saying about how he don't understand English rappers, and I think he mentioned Skeptar in it, and then Skeptar doing a story saying, "Oi Jonah, listen, when I drop something, I'm gonna have 2 bars for you. Look out for that."
Yeah.
Next thing you know, we got Friendly Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skeptar brings Friendly Fire.
So there was Friendly Fire. That happened. Joyner responded. And then we're just strictly Skeptar and Joyner for a minute. And then Skeptar recently released his round 2 beginning.
Yeah.
And that kind of like was absolute fire. That was what Skeptar's
Well, that was the
got.
step up. That was the step up, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Because the
yeah,
first
yeah.
one, Friendly Fire, in all appreciation and fairness to the situation,
Yeah.
it was. He said it himself in round 2. It was bait.
Yeah.
He was fishing. He was looking for a response, and he got his response.
Yeah.
And then Joyner sent back, and he clapped back, and he clapped back quite light. In reality, we know Joyner can go harder, but Skeptar definitely did his thing in round 2.
Oh, 100%.
100%.
100%.
For me, the first track is a great track if you're listening to it for just listening to a track purposes. And then, as for a diss, to be honest, I get it, bait and this stuff. It's funny, actually, because I like watching reactions as well as the fact we do our own reactions. And I was watching Screwface and his reactions, and he brought up a point which I thought was very valid, which is in rap battles you mostly will have up to about 3 rounds before people start to lose interest.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily the smartest thing to do to throw away a round, and I do get that perspective. You know?
Yeah, definitely, because if, for argument's sake, Skeptar wins the last 2 rounds, is it 2-1, or if Joyner goes hard on his reply to round 2, and then goes hard on round again,
3,
is it 3-2 to Joyner?
Yeah.
You know, this is what I said. If you follow Mr. Haz's YouTube channel, for those who are on the live and so on, I said in the round 2 reaction, is this like round 1?
Yeah.
You know, because it was confusing that he would
The
go
first
for
one-
bait,
Yeah.
then Joyner goes in hard, then Skeptar goes in hard. Like, that was Skeptar's first real diss, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But because he started it,
Well, what did Skepta title the track, though?
yeah, round 2. That's what I mean. But for me, it don't feel like a round 2 from Skeptar. I feel like that was Skeptar's.
That was his first
That was his
official
first real diss.
diss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, either way, it is round 2, isn't it? And
Yeah,
that's what we're talking about. Like, it's not always the best thing to do to throw away the first round. But we'll see what happens now. So I just want to talk about how I see it so far, right? In regards to Skeptar, Joyner in particular. Because obviously there are other things, and we'll talk about them in a second. For me, it's interesting because obviously we've been reading the comment sections from the reactions we've done to each of these things. In regards to Skeptar's recent... So Skeptar's first diss was more of a track with a few diss bars in it towards Joyner, right? Then you had Joyner clapping back, and Joyner wasn't going at 100% either, to be honest.
Yeah.
But it was a full diss track, and so it does take 1-0. Skeptar then came back and really showed people what he can do. Now, why I like that Skeptar did that, there are multiple reasons. One, because, guess what, guys? We're UK independent artists, so from a bias perspective, we want the UK to do well.
To do well, of course, yes.
From a middle ground perspective, you want there to be a real fight, regardless to what you're watching, whether it's boxing, rapping, fencing, it doesn't matter. You want there to be competition, otherwise it's a pointless thing to do. It just seems it doesn't have excitement.
No, of course.
Yeah.
And we have made it very clear, abundantly clear, especially you, Has, in the videos, that we are coming from this from a completely unbiased as we can opinion.
That's it.
You know?
100%.
Totally, because when you actually, if you go and watch the reactions, when Joyner drops a hard bar, we're all like, whoa!
Yeah.
And when Skeptar does it, we're like, whoa! Like, you know what I mean? It is evenly,
distributed.
journalised almost.
Going slightly back to being from the UK, the fact that Skeptar, because there were quite a few comments after the round one, where it was like, from a lot of people in the US who were like, oh man, no one can keep up with anybody in the US, which is always, that's a very biased statement.
Yeah.
And so for Skeptar to come back and do what he did, it does show the bias viewers that, it's bullshit. It's a lie. What is really cool though, and I will say this, is we've had a lot of comments from the US side of things that haven't been biased, that have been like we've tried to be. Middle ground, assessing it as a battle, and almost like a referee.
And we've had a lot of comments saying, like, thank you for being honest, you know, because this is, you get this in any form of competition, whether it's sport, war, politics, whatever it is. You get this. You get the bias, the non-bias, and then the people in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Which, you know, it's...
And you're always going to get it. You are, because people obviously have their favourites, you know. If certain rappers came into this, you know, I'm not going to name names, but certain American rappers come into this that are on our top twos, and certain, you know, you are going to be like, oh, I really want them to go for it because, you know, they're one of your favourites.
Yeah.
Neither Skeptar or Joyner is one of my favourite American or UK rappers, so I just want to see a very good battle, in my opinion.
Yeah,
you know?
I hear it.
I think, just quickly on what Dash is saying, of course we're going to have our biases. That's 100%. I agree, and also it's a good thing to have biases in respect to you support a football team.
Yeah.
You have your favorite MMA fighter, boxer. You have your favorite rapper, right? That's not. It's not a problem to do that. But when you're looking at things and you actually want a real and honest answer, there aren't two truths. There's one truth, and you dissect it like that. Do you know what I mean? So that's kind of like what we try to do. So in regards to Skeptar and Joyner, where we're at, we've already updated them on. Where do we think this is going to go next? Let's take an educated guess.
Well, before we say where it goes next, I would like to say where it went in the first place, and that was thing like Big Zoo coming out. I thought was a silly thing to do because it makes us look silly. For those American watchers, understand that when Big Zoo steps up and he is calling out Eminem, that is not a serious
That's Big
thing
Zoo seeing an opportunity.
Yes.
That's it. It's Big Zoo seeing an opportunity. He's known for his music. He is known for his music. But he's more of a TV personality. Yeah. He's an entertainer. He's seen an opportunity there. He's like, yo, who's the best artist out of America that I could send for? Who's going to get me clicks? Okay, Eminem. Makes sense. I get it from his business side. I do get it. But in honesty, it's a bit of a joke. Like, he had some sick bars in it. Don't get me wrong. He had some nice word playing and concepts, etc. But none of us, including the US, took it serious.
Yeah.
Like, if we're real about it.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, it's not a parting shot or anything to Big Zoo. It's just, I think he himself didn't think that was going to get, like, serious.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you're going at a literal goat of the game.
Yeah, definitely. And as for where it's going to go, I do think when Joyner replies, he will go for both Skeptar and Novelist, who we're yet to mention. I do think he will have a couple of bars in there for Novelist, but go at Skeptar.
Yeah. Well, just quickly, guys, this is why I said if we do the Joyner Skeptar thing first and then move on, so it doesn't become too scattered, because there have been many different aspects to this. You know, like you said, the Novelist, like you've said, the Big Zoo, and then we can touch on a few things in that area.
What I'm a little bit intrigued, surprised, kind of at the moment is Joyner took a little while to reply the first time.
Yeah.
And Skepta pointed that out in his most recent.
He did, yes.
And it has now, I think, been 48 hours. Is that correct? Since Skepta last, he didn't drop it yesterday.
It was yesterday morning. I
Was
believe.
it yesterday
early
morning?
hours of the morning? Yeah.
Okay, early hours of the morning. So okay, it's been less than 48 hours.
Yeah.
But it's been over 24 hours. And I'll be real. If I had been pulled up on a track for taking a while to reply, I'd be like, I think the first thing that would come to my mind is I've got to reply within 24, maybe 48 hours.
Well,
so we are in, it's like, okay, what's going to come tonight?
Yeah.
Or today?
I mean, look, here's the thing, especially the type of diss it was. I think that makes a difference. Like the first, I'll be honest with you, a week to respond to the first thing, I don't blame him too much, because it wasn't a flipping amazing diss just to Joyner. This diss that Skepta just did, Joyner, he needs to respond in 5 minutes, bro.
Yeah.
What Skepta just did is he just said, by the way, for everyone who's saying that the UK can't rap, you can't deny us now. Secondly, Joyner, bro, I'm saying I baited you, and I've come out with this level of ability.
And actually said he hasn't just said this is US, UK. He said in the track,
you and
this
me,
is
bro.
between me and you now.
Yeah.
Because, so this is real, like, music beef.
Exactly.
Like, this is now, he's calling your specific name out. He's not even bothered about the US so much.
Yeah.
He's calling your specific name out.
Yeah, 100%.
And he called out a few things like, don't say no one's played that Skepta track when
3 million,
I'm triple
whatever it
platinum
is,
in America.
Yeah.
He also said your sources are lying. You got snitches
Yeah,
in your team.
Yeah,
and
and
like you pointed out, the art of war.
Yeah.
The tactical battle.
And I believe that came up in, again, I don't actually want us to go too far away from this particular thing, because then we can address each thing in detail. But I will just mention Scorcher's track. They also talked about snitches in the team. Mm-hmm. So is that must be common knowledge in London right now or something, right?
Yeah, well.
Do you know what I mean? Within that community. Cool. I do just want us to say, where do we think this is going to go next? Let's have an educated guess.
Well, I'm going to say the obvious. Joyner's going to respond.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's just going to sit on his laurels and not respond to that, because he's been called out by name now, like him. That's it.
Let me ask this. If he thinks there's no point to respond, just hypothetically saying, if he doesn't respond, who wins at this moment now?
Skepta.
Skepta, because Joyner hasn't sent back. Like, simple. Like, it's not about the bars and anything. That it's you have to send back.
It's round 2.
Yeah.
Joyner also asked for Skepta to actually diss him.
Yeah.
So to ask for an
he said, I've been
actual
waiting for
diss
this moment.
Yeah,
and then to retreat is
he
not
wants the reply
a good
to be
move.
an actual fight. It's something like that. Was that the bar?
Yeah.
Or when you reply, make it an actual
Make
fight.
it an actual fight,
Or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
So, obviously, without bringing other artists into this intentionally, we've now had Novelist and Scorcher.
Yeah.
So at the moment, it's like
Joyner's
I
back
said
in the
yesterday,
corner.
it's like one person is taking on 3-4 people in a fight.
Yeah.
So now you ask the question, where do I think it's going to go? I think America has to send more.
Yeah. I see that.
Different artists.
I think they need to call the
into it.
Avengers.
Yeah.
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
No, I agree. I absolutely agree.
Or maybe the DC.
Yeah.
universe, you know what I mean?
I see this getting really gritty. I see this being a phenomenal battle, especially if we end up getting all 3 rounds, because now what you've got is real battle, right? You've got Skepta really delivering. You've got Skepta coming along and saying, everyone who had any doubt in me or the UK scene, well, I've proven you wrong now, and there's nothing you can say about that. But now you've also got to remember that Joyner Lucas was only going at 20% in his first diss. And we know Joyner Lucas can also step it up. So what we're in for, if we get all 3 rounds, is going to be a whirlwind.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And it's going to be
100%.
brilliant fun.
Just to quickly say, anybody who is on the live at the moment, if there is, and I can't see it from here, but we're basically having a UK USA rap debate. Who, you know, the beef that's going on currently.
Yeah.
So yeah, just wanted to put that out
I think
there.
it will be interesting. I do think Joyner's reply. There's 2 things. Not only has he got to step it up, but he's got the ability to really raise the level, wordplay, flows. But it's just got to be the actual disses, in my opinion. There's no good. So Joyner's first one, yes, it was 20%. I feel like it was more, he was looking to try and make a banger out of it as well. And let's be real, it was a banger. It is a good tune that you could play.
Mhm.
I feel like he's got to do what Skeptar done and just diss him. Get these facts, get this dirt,
Get the facts.
and
This is,
deliver.
yeah.
You
Just-
know, where he said, "You wish you were American." Then Skeptar's replying saying, "Nah, I just want to be me." You know,
Yeah.
really, it's on the actual diss, in my opinion, more than the flow and technique.
Yeah, well, okay, thank you. I'm glad you said that. So for me as well, what really made that disc really like quite good. I won't say impeccable because we know Joyner can do better as well. But what I really enjoyed about that was Joyner's technical ability, his flows, the way he was able to hit the pockets. Like Joyner is impeccable as an artist. I don't care what anyone in the UK or the US has to say about that. For me personally, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, for me personally, Joyner Lucas is one of my favourite artists coming out of the US. Simple. And his technical ability is fantastic, which is why this is so good. I also want to touch on Skeptar and the UK as a whole. They do bring, and I'll just use the word, grimy. They bring like a grimy, vicious, aggressive, and it's an energy which is from the UK.
Yeah.
And that is something which I think is going to collide really well with the American kind of like cockiness, pride in being American, and obviously there's pride in being UK. But I'm trying to say that there's 2 forces. When they're both at their peak and they're colliding, it's really it's bloody exciting, isn't it?
It is.
It's like tectonic plates.
Yes.
But I also want to put out there, for those who are saying Skeptar's one of our top 3 and he's not competing, in my opinion, Skeptar is not one of the top 3 UK rappers. Right? He is a grime MC and he is hard and he can deliver. He just proved that in round 2. But for those who do think he is top 3, same as you Americans have commented, Joyner's not in our top 10, blah blah blah. Like, there are a lot of rappers who are also better than Skeptar, and it would be interesting for this to go in a direction where even better talent are coming out of the woodworks.
You sent that thing in the group the other day, Gigs, what he was saying about how Skeptar, in respect, is a grime artist who does hip hop sometimes and does rap sometimes. What we need, what I think we need is someone like Giggs or Blade Brown or these type of artists to step up. Real UK hip hop rap artists.
Even Dave.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Dave.
Can I be honest with you? Dave, from my like research of watching like a bunch of other reactors and seeing things pop up on social media, Dave is actually seems to be the most in demand to come into this.
But having Dave, so he's very intelligent with his bars. Like, people who don't really listen to what he's saying, some of it goes over their head, you know, because he's really clever with how he does things. I don't want him to come in, be really smart about his bars, and people say, "Oh, that was an average diss," because they're not understanding the way he's done it. But like you said, he is very much in demand. Would you like to see Dave enter the chat, so to speak?
Bro, I'll be honest with you. I would like to see Dave enter the chat. But one thing that we have to remember as a UK crowd is if we're expecting our greats to get involved, USA got to get their greats to get involved. Otherwise, it ain't a fair fight.
Who would you like to see from America get involved?
No, that's not the question.
Yeah, it is.
Because who I would like to get involved isn't who I believe would represent the USA properly.
Okay.
So, for example, if I feel like the USA get their people involved, like the best ones, I'd be like Kendrick, Jid, these people.
Okay. Who do you think will get involved then?
I think we'll see more people around Joyner Lucas's exposure and level. I'm trying to think of people.
I'll be real with you. Like I couldn't really name many American artists off the top of my head that.
So if someone like Token got involved, would you see that?
Yeah, but
as
Token's
a good
independent. Yeah, but Token's independent, and this is what we spoke about the other day. Is the independent artists haven't even got involved, because if we're talking about independent artists, okay, you're talking about Tom McDonald, Token from America, but then you're talking about Ren, from the UK. These other people, like
100%.
It's a different. It's to me, it's a little bit of a different ball game. What you got at the moment is the industry heads who are involved in this. The sort of the more prominent names because of record labels, because of industry, because of how long they've been about and stuff like this. If I was to say from the UK personally, I'm talking someone like Chip. But we've seen what Chip has said, and it's
Chip in a
again,
it's
no,
dangerous.
it's no like disrespect to him, but his response did not seem like he wants to get involved.
100%.
But he is putting up. He is happy to see it because he put on his story a picture of him and Skeptar.
And he's on other people's comments and that, saying like fire emojis and stuff. So he is keeping tabs on it and staying involved.
Yeah, what I'll say if there's like some, if basically what I'll say is this: if Chip gets called out, Chip will get involved.
Yeah.
And that's what I believe. But I 100% agree with you, and I don't think it's wrong to say when you're from the UK or from the USA and one of your biggest artists doesn't seem like they're on board with it. It doesn't fill you full of confidence.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Let's not play that it does. It doesn't fill you full of confidence. And
I
would love Chip to get involved because it will up the levels. But I will say as well, in fairness to Skeptar, this recent diss has even raised my appreciation and respect for Skeptar and awareness to his lyrical ability, because I know what he used to be able to do, but now he's able to do that still, and like that's really up my respect as well for Skep. You know what I mean?
Definitely. One thing I'd like to say with the UK versus USA, let's be real, right? This is just a lyrical battle. We don't want to turn it to nothing more, and we also like the fact that it is bringing other names up. So like Novelist, for those who have not heard of Novelist, it's lifted his name. People might go see more of his music. So I do like that side of it, where it shines lights on other people
that might not get a voice.
Same with like Scorcher. I've heard of Duppy. Other people may not have heard of Duppy, who went second on that track. Like, it shows. Do you know what I mean? The shining light aspect I do like on it. For those, let's be real, the US is huge in comparison to the size of England. So if we can get a few other names of you lot hearing them and be like, this guy's got skills. You know, it does well for the UK scene.
All right. Well, on that note, then we'll move over to Novelist. For me, when I saw that, I was like, first thing I would say is massive respect to Novelist, because at this point, we didn't have anybody who was standing up and saying, okay, cool, I'll respond.
Yeah.
Obviously we didn't know that Skeptar was planning in the background, so that happened. But big respect to Novelist for doing that. And Novelist did deliver, a great track, great diss. Obviously, in my opinion, hearing Skep, it was not as good as Skeptar's, but it was a good diss, especially for somebody who most people didn't know of.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
I do actually, I rated the track as well. I'll be honest, I told you, man, the first time I put it on, I was a little bit judgmental, and I hadn't heard of him, so I'd listened to about a minute, and I was like, but then I actually gave it a chance. Like, I actually re-listened to it, and I was like, do you know what? Yeah, he's actually delivered.
Yeah, to be fair, out of the...
I think I was also a little bit sidetracked and doing other things at the time when I first listened to it.
Yeah.
When I gave it the time of the day, I was actually, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, when you do think of quality, when you compare it to like what Big Zoo done, it seemed like a comedy thing, clout thing, whereas Novelist was like, no, this is serious. Let me have my voice. if it is UK versus USA, which now they've tried to make it clear it's Joyner versus Skeptar. But yeah, I do agree that when he came in, he went in hard. He did step up when no one else would step up, so props to that. It was an unexpected person to step up. What do you think?
Well, because I realise you both brought up Big Zoo at different times, and I do have a perspective on the Big Zoo thing. So is it right if I go ahead with that?
Shoot, man.
So here's my thing with Big Zoo. I'm just going to be completely honest here. Going for Eminem, good business move, because like I said in the reaction we did, nobody was really talking about Big Zoo. 2 days later, everybody's talking about Big Zoo. So business move, it was actually very clever. But to go for Eminem was super unrealistic, and everybody knows that.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a delusional person in the world who would actually sit there and say, yeah, Big Zoo had a real chance against Eminem. Let's not do that. Let's be real about this. So that's how I see that. Another thing I think with Big Zoo is there's actually a place for him in this UK versus US, but he should have, in my opinion, gone for somebody in the USA who's more doing what he's doing.
Just his caliber, yeah.
His caliber, you know?
His bracket.
Because he I'm not dissing Big Zoo people. I'm saying it's fucking Eminem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With Big Zoo, he did flow very well, like it or not. He did have bars and concepts, like it or not, and that's the reality. But he's going against the giant, not a giant, the giant.
I mean, I know before the Eminem diss, if you Google Big Zoo, you'd get up. He's got his own cooking show. He was on like a Bear Grylls reality TV show.
Yeah.
He is that entertainer reality TV guy now. Back in the days, 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, kind of like early days of when grime was going big when I was at school and so on. Big Zoo was stepping up and he had them bars and he's going in hard and you know, he did step away from that. He still had music, he still had tunes, and I believe he scored the winner in Soccer Aid as well. But he moved away from that and did go on to more entertainment. And I do think, like you said, good bars, good flows. It just wasn't for him. It was a clout thing, in my opinion. It was another piece of entertainment from Big Zoo.
100%. I actually also wanted to just say, I don't know how much like people know about this, so I'll just shout it out. We have been to a show with somebody called Stutz, and Stutz actually dissed Big Zoo as well. So if you haven't checked that out, go and check that out, because in my opinion, Stutz really did his thing as well. Really did his thing. And one of Stutz's points I really resonated with, which is, guys, even people in the UK, like, we grew up listening to M.
Yeah.
Eminem
50 Cent
was a huge part of our upbringing and our musical intake. So it almost, so even though it's supposed to be UK versus US, I have to be honest, like I felt like a type of way about it on behalf of the fact he was dissing M.
Yeah. Look, Eminem as a rap artist, as a kind of even as a person, because of his story and what he's, you know, what we know of him. He's loved worldwide. He's got stands everywhere. You know, like he is. We've all grown up, and I'd go as far as saying 50% of the population would put him in their top 5 artists to have grown up listening to.
Yes.
Like when it comes to rap and hip hop fans, maybe not so much indie or rock or sort of sci-fi, or not sci-fi, like, I don't know, drum and bass, this, whatever. But as a rap hip hop artist, if Eminem's not in your top 5, I'd be surprised.
Yeah. And I do like what you said about going for Eminem. He should have gone for someone else. It's like I saw someone comment on one of the Big Zeus disses saying it was like someone from, for those who don't know, this is a football team, not soccer. It's someone from like Fleetwood Town trying to go one-on-one with Cristiano Ronaldo. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trying to take him on. Like it's not going to happen. So it's. I do think he should have gone for someone lower because he has got ability.
Yeah.
But yeah, I weren't too like, oh,
I'm interested to know where this goes, man. I'll just say, like, let's wrap it up soon.
Yeah.
But I'll just say, okay, let me actually just say my final words in it, and then you lot can say your final words. Here's what I think. I actually been thinking recently, where's this going to go next, right? So I'm just going to finish up by saying, this is either going to explode into multiple other artists getting involved of even more caliber. This is going to explode into an even more vicious and intense lyrical warfare, or no one else is going to get involved, and by the end of next week, this will be done, and people will be moving on.
Mm-hmm.
One of the two things will take place, because I don't think we can all maintain interest in more than 3 rounds. In my opinion, I don't think I will personally. I think after 3 rounds, you kind of have a vivid idea about what's gone on. I think unless some really serious stuff happens, or something big happens within this just Skeptar and Joyner, I can't see most people losing interest probably after the 3rd round.
Yeah, like you said, the sort of blueprint of rap beef, whether it be rap battles, you know, in an arena or whether, yeah, exactly. Like, it is usually 3 rounds. You know, 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool.
Best of 3,
done.
Where I want it to go and where I see it going are 2 different things. What I would like is like a tournament kind of style where you've got Skeptar versus Joyner on to the next round. Then you've got like, I don't know, just artist versus artist. Do you know what I mean? A few artists going at each other, and then it's like, boom, I beat this guy. Yeah, but I beat this guy. All right, let's go head to head, just to make it like a fun UK versus USA. Obviously, that's not going to happen. Let's be real. If, say, for example, Joyner beats Skeptar after 3 rounds, someone like Chip beats another American rapper after 3 rounds, then it's like, I want Chip and Joyner go at each other. Obviously, that would be great content. Whether it's going to happen, probably not.
Well, for the competition, I was going to say, if there's any rich heads out there that want to try and set something like that up, like like an Arab or something like that, yo, do it, man.
Do it, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, do it.
UF, you go. You go, and then I've got the final piece of the puzzle.
Oh, yeah, I'm obviously intrigued to see what happens. I think it started heating up in the last 2 or 3 days, and it's not really. I mean, I've said quite a lot. I don't really. I just feel like I want to see more. I want to see more artists coming out. I'm enjoying watching, I'm enjoying reacting, I'm enjoying being able to have discussions like this with you. I also want to have more discussions like this where we bring in other people. You know, for example, we've got a mate of ours, Rob G, who is American and lives in the UK. So he has a big say in this because he's from both cultures, as to put it.
Yeah.
You know, we have other artists on Insta, on TikTok, on YouTube who we know are talking about this.
Yeah.
And it would be good to have online discussions about this, you know, trying to get like 10, 15, 20 people in a party, for example, and having this type of discussion. It'd be cool, man.
That's it.
So I forgot, I said what I wanted to see, but not what I think. So very quickly, so you can finish it off, what I want to see is Joyner Lucas come out of the blocks with a very, very top quality round 2 to make the last round absolutely epic from the pair of them. That's what I think will happen.
Okay, love that. Well, my final point is this. I don't want any of this to be an excuse for people to just hating on America, hating on UK, wherever you're from. Let's not do that. Let's remember that this is lyrics against lyrics. Let's remember that this is healthy competition. Let's not turn this into something where this is an excuse for you to go fuck USA or fuck UK. Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
There's a lot of love for both countries.
Secondly, I want to finish this by, we're going to do something and then you are going to do something in the comment section, right? One artist from the UK, one artist from the US, you want to get involved. Quick fire round. I'll go first. From the UK, Bugsy Malone. Ooh. From the US, Jid.
Go
on. I want to see Chip get involved, see him at a petrol station. As for artist from America, I don't know. I want to see a big name. A big name. Give me someone like 50. Give me someone like the game.
50,
do you know what I mean?
Get
someone big.
Jeez. Bro, I'll be real with you. I'm stuck right now. I'm stuck for who I actually want to... had Skeptar, you've had Scorcher come out. You've taken Chip. You've taken Chip. You've taken Bugsy.
That's hard.
Like those two. I want to see Dave. I actually want to see Dave. I want Dave to come out. Whether Dave is going to come out, I don't know. I'll be real with you. I don't know. I feel like he might distance himself from it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if Dave comes out, somebody in his bracket.
Rich 3-2.
Rich 3-2 is another good shout. Actually.
Yeah. What about from the US?
From the US. Somebody else from the US who would be, and his name is slipping my mind right now, but he's mega famous. The white guy, cool flow.
Eminem.
Yeah. No, the other,
the other one. Macklemore.
No, not Macklemore. Get out of here!
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Main Street.
NF.
No.
Industry.
DLAM. Who made that track?
Oh.
Jack Harlow. Is it Jack Harlow?
Jack Harlow.
Is it Jack Harlow?
Maybe.
Is that his... Flying first class.
Bro, to be honest,
that's obviously the Black Eyed Peas woman, whatever her name is. But
Jack Harlow's a shout.
Yeah,
though.
Jack Harlow is who
Jack
I'm on
Harlow
about.
is a shout.
Yeah, Jack Harlow is the one that talks about like selling like.
But that would imagine Dave gets in there, Jack Harlow, and they just made this track like
they've made
last
a track.
year.
They've made a track together. Yeah, so that's who I'm on about. Yeah.
Jack Harlow. All right, well
That's
there you
who I'd
go,
like to see
people.
from the US.
Comment section. You let us know from the UK who do you want to get involved, from the US who do you want to get involved. Add to the conversation in the comment section. We gratefully appreciate you. Check out our brand new music video, Some Guys, What Guys, Us Guys, IDK is going to come up at the end of this video. And next Friday, check out Dash's new music video.
It's me again.
I've been Mr. Az.
And I have been Unorthadox Fella.
And I've been Dash Lygo. Make sure to hit subscribe.
And until next time, respect.